It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Cowboys and the Lions on Sunday night primetime.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And just in case you didn't know in the days leading up to the NFC title game, you definitely know now. No rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. But this is getting towards uncharted territory. This is a monster deal. If this offense believes in it, which I believe that it does, they could be the ones to break that streak. And having spent time around this team, I'm starting to believe they're going to get it done.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Bonner. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now a handoff up the middle. Beer. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Bonner. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Beer. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Off the bootleg. Bonner. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Bates' kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To the air, Williams. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Cook up the gut. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw is Williams. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jalen Carter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
Yeah. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
A
really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
They'll try the left side. Beer. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 3rd down and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. Beer. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Bonner. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Off the play fake. Bonner. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good position, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble and hit 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them. Both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body.
That went out wide and intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Bonner. And that's incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun. Bonner. He's got it. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Here's Williams.
And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Bonner. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Bonner. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Up the middle they go. Beer.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beer. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Bonner. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Bates' kick is good.
And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the 1st half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They start the drive with Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down yardage on the 1st play of the drive, 14 yards. They run the counter with Cook. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
To throw, Williams.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Throwing is Williams.
And it's Cook. And in for the Lions touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead would shrink to 6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Bonner
work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
To throw, it's Williams.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Williams.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 3rd and 6. On play action, here's Williams.
Rolling to his left.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. throwing to start the drive. Bonner. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Bonner. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd down, Beard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Operating from the gun, Bonner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bonner. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2nd down and inches. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
To the air, Williams.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Play action. Now Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
In motion goes the tight end.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Bonner is going to let this one go deep.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here is 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Williams.
He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips.
And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good... So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Again, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. James Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second and 1. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Beer. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Beer looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Bonner. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Bates' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. From the 41, here's a second and 8. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Bonner. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing is Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's to Cook out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He's knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again here, Williams. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this is Cook with the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now a handoff up the middle. Beard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run again. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
He was brought out at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Colts and the Texans on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers that... And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Now it's Richardson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Derek Stingley back deep to return it. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Stroud now. It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 15 carries, 59 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Richardson looking to throw this. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. A give for Taylor running right side. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stroud will look to throw once more. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On a slant, here's Collins. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Houston Texans.
Pacheco is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. As Stroud now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chauncey Golston, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson back to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On the option left, Richardson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Richardson off the play fake. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Richardson to throw off play action. A quick throw there is incomplete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That is incomplete. Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will knot us up at 10. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Throwing now is Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Credit the tackle to Samuel Womack. Now 2nd and 5. Stroud sets up the play action. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Stroud looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something.
Take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. So nothing doing there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Richardson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They'll send Mitchell in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd down and 8. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Richardson looking to throw. Now this taken in by Downs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs,
30 yards.
and the Colts have taken the lead.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard.
Play action. Stroud now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Holding offense.
They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Will Levis, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders looking as good as anybody after 1 month as they run their record to a perfect 4-0. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Richardson. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Richardson looking to throw this. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this complete to Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now Richardson is going to keep it running right. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They go play action with Richardson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. This a 2nd and 8. Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Stroud off the play fake.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 16. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Third down and 13. Now Richardson back to throw it. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. On the bootleg, Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box, though.
Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Stroud sets up the play action. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 6 now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Richardson to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. That complete to Downs. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Touchdown, Colts! Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Stroud working out of the gun.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 88 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. Off the option, here's Taylor.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Richardson.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So Stroud and the Texans down by 12. 1:47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Indianapolis, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for